皆様こんにちは。
Hello everyone. Thank you for participating in 2022 Nissan Motorsports Fun event. To show our appreciation for all the fans who are supporting Nissan's motorsports activities, we will be presenting an enjoyable online event made out of two parts. In first part, we will present an overview of Nissan's motorsports activities for 2022 and Nissan Super GT500 class team structure. Together with introduction to Nissan's E-Dams team's activities in ABB FIA Formula E World Championship being held outside of Japan. And in part 2 of the event, we will invite you to an exclusive talk show on Super GT, GT500 class and Formula E with Nissan teams. So, stay tuned. Let me introduce myself once again. My name is RPL Kitagawa, moderator for today's event. Thank you very much for joining us, and please make sure to stay with us to the end. Due to the current situation, this will be held as an online event. Speakers will have their masks off, but we have countermeasures against the novel coronavirus implemented. Thank you very much for your understanding. As viewers may know, there is one announcement that we would like to make. As some of you may know, in the end of the last year, Mr. Yutaka Suzuki, who was NISMO team principal and chief engineer for GT500 vehicle development, passed away at the end of the last year. After joining the NISMO in 1990, he was involved in vehicle development of Group C cars and JTCC. In the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1998, he made a substantial contribution to Nissan R390 GT1, winning third place as development engineer and track engineer for number 32. From 2009, he directed NISMO team for Super GT as a team principal and winning consecutive titles in 2014 and 2015. He made such big achievements for Nissan and NISMO's motorsports activities. He was very kind to me. Mr. Suzuki, thank you very much indeed. May your soul rest in peace. Now, let us begin Nissan Motorsports Fun Event 2022.
Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us at the 2022 Nissan NISMO Motorsport Fan Event. I am Ashwani Gupta, CEO of Nissan. Konnichiwa. Nissan CEO no Ashwani Gupta desu. Since our founding, Nissan has been creating the kinds of cars that enrich people's lives and touch their hearts. In pursuit of excitement, we have always challenged the limits of what is possible, daring to do what others don't, and creating a legacy of speed. We race, we surge, and we love to compete. And motorsport is the expression of this passion and unrivaled expertise. We have been in the grid for over 85 years, and I'm thrilled to have you with us, our fans, sharing every one of our success and enhancing the thrill multifold. Our passion grows more intense with every race and every victory. As we continue our legacy of success and speed, we are fast tracking with 2 races, Super GT and Formula E. Let me highlight some pulse racing moments for you. In the Super GT series, the R35 Nissan GTR based GT500 marked its 14th season last year. The GT500 spec Nissan GTR, designed and developed by NISMO, started racing in 2008, scoring an amazing 7 wins out of 9 races in its debut season. It marked its second 1-3 finishes last year and achieved a total of 41 victories over 14 seasons. This is a record for the greatest number of wins for a model in GT500 history. And this year, we bring back the Nissan Z. The original 240Z burst on the race scene with its sleek design and achieved a string of victories simultaneously in United States and Japan, establishing its name. And in the dawn of the Super GT series, the Z33, Z scored 4 wins out of 7 races in its debut season at JGTC. With the new 2022 Nissan Z GT500, our gears are set to challenge for another era of Z racing. The success of these iconic models under the extreme conditions is a proof of passion and expertise of both racing and automotive engineering. Coming to ABB FIA Formula E World Championship, we became the first and only Japanese manufacturer to enter the scene, once again challenging the norms. We have expressed our long-term commitment to the series through to the end of season 12 in 2025-2026. In the first 2 seasons in Formula E, we focused on road to track technical objects, which took experience and learnings from the Nissan Leaf, our most recognizable road-going EV, to develop the performance of the Nissan E-Dams race car. In its debut season, Nissan E-Dams was the best qualifying team in the championship, while in its second season, the team powered to second place in the championship. As the team races in 2022 Season 8 and looks toward the much powerful and faster Gen 3 era from Season 9, we will embark on track-to-road technical transfer, where the technically fast-moving championship will help us showcase features that will appeal to customer adoption of our EV offerings. We are racing in all the electric world championship to bring the excitement and fun of zero-emission electric vehicles and underline our commitment to electrification. Let me conclude by asserting Nissan's commitment to the legacy of speed and excitement driven by our passion to create better, safer, and faster cars. We accelerate to race ahead both with our Super GT and Formula E with the goal of moving you, moving your hearts, and creating history. We race to win.
COO, Mr. Ashwani Gupta, thank you very much. Now, let us continue and invite Mr. Takao Katagiri, President and CEO of NISMO, to present Nissan and NISMO's plan for motorsports in FY 2022. Mr. Katagiri, the floor is yours. Please come over to the stage.
Good afternoon. I'm Katagiri, CEO of NISMO. Thank you for watching 2022 Nissan NISMO Motorsports Fan Event. I thank you very much for all the passionate support you gave to all of us in the last season. When our 35 GTR raced for the last time in the final round of GT500, many fans gave us warm words about the last farewell. Thank you for that. 1 week after the final round, when we announced the launch of the new Z, a lot of people enjoyed viewing. This shows our fans' enthusiasm for us. Here, I also would like to thank sponsors and partners for their unwavering support. Your support is always a force multiplier. I sincerely ask for your continued support throughout this season. Thank you. As Mr. Gupta, CEO of Nissan, mentioned in his speech, Nissan NISMO will be committed to sharing the moments of excitement that motorsport can bring to us, and for that we will again compete in the two racings, Formula E and the customer Super GT. For the customer racing programs, Nissan NISMO will provide technical and engineering support to the customers driving Nissan GTR, NISMO GT3, and racing teams that race with Nissan racers and engines. First, about Formula E. Nissan has entered Formula E to communicate the fun of driving a zero-emission electric vehicle and to the customers around the world. Formula E will enable us to deliver better EVs to the customers by sharing knowledge and technology between road cars and race cars. This year, being the fourth season for us, a new driver has joined, Maximilian Gupta. He has raced many times in FIA Formula 2 and 3 and already earned 3 wins in Formula E. His speed would drive us forward. 5 months since he joined the team, Maximilian is already a trusted teammate. Together with Mr. Sébastien Olivier Boumier, he will certainly show us an exciting performance made possible by EV race car. In the last season, the team was fast enough to advance to higher places, but it failed to deliver results at the end of the season. This needs to be changed. So, in this season, the team introduced a machine with improved speed and energy efficiency. In the Mexico round, in the third round held over the weekend in Mexico, our team gained points for efficient energy management. The season has just started. We will try to set higher places. Please look forward to our performance on the racetrack. Next is Super GT. Nissan NISMO will enter GT500 with Nissan Z GT500. With the launch of the new Z, we now race with it in the top GT race, Super GT. This definitely boosts Nissan's brand and marketing strategy. I sincerely hope all of you will enjoy our performance on the racetrack. More details will be given by Matsumura of NISMO. That we are trying to pursue the best combination. So we have changed all the team's lineup, including principals and engineers. Now let me introduce each team. Number 3, NDDP Racing Crafts Sport Moto Z. Team principal Jiro Shimada. Athletes Katsumada Chiyo and Matsunori Takaboshi. Engineer Keisuke Negishi. Tire brand Michelin, same as last season. What kind of run will Takaboshi will show us on the Michelin tires? How will Chio will lead the team? We are really excited. Car number 3 is supported by Craft Sports and Motul, and the companies listed here. You can see a new logo, NISMO Sports Oil, a new product created by Nissan NISMO and Motul. Next, Team Impal, Calsonic Impal Z. Team Principal Kazuyoshi Hoshino. Athletes Kazuki Hiramine, Bertrand Baguette. Engineer Toshiomi Oeki. Team will race with Bridgestone. Bertrand Baguette with Kazuki Hiramine will show us what passionate driving means for Team Impal. The Team Impal is supported by Calsonic, by Marelli, Bridgestone, and listed sponsors. Next, NISMO number 23, Motul Otec Z. Team Principal Takeshi Nakajima. Athletes Sugio Matsuda and Ronnie Quintarelli. Engineer Takeshi Nakajima, same as the team principal. Tire brand Michelin, same as the last season. This is the 9th year for the 2 drivers as the teammates of NISMO. We wish the strong ties of the 2 will bring victory to them. Many sponsors, including Motul and Otec, support car number 23. Just like car number 3, it will have a logo, NISMO Sports Oil, a new product created by NISMO, Nissan, and Motul. Next, Kondo Racing number 24, Realize Corporation Advan Z. Team Principal Masahiko Kondo. Athletes Daiki Sasaki and Kohei Hirate. Engineer Takuji Murata. Tire brand Yokohama, same as the last season. With an experienced driver, Mr. Hirate, joining, the team will expect his strength added on Mr. Sasaki's performance. You can't keep your eyes off this team. The list, this is the list of car number 23 sponsors, including the Realize Corporation. The executive director is NISMO's Motohiro Matsumura. Executive advisor is Mikhail Krum, who will help the Nissan athletes to maintain and improve their performance. NISMO ambassador is Kunihiko Kakimoto. That's all for our team lineup for Super GT500. This year we race with the new Z. Mr. Matsumura will give us the details of the vehicle later. With this new lineup, we fight to win, master full strength from each team, and race at full throttle. Please give us your support as ever. Next is about the customer racing program. In the GT3 program, we will continue to support the teams racing with Nissan GTR NISMO GT3. Gainer and Kondo Racing, both GT3 official partner teams, will race in Super GT300. Gainer will enter in the series with 2 Nissan GTR NISMO GT3 the racers. The team principal is Kazumi Fujii. Car number 10, the drivers Ryuichiro Tomita, Riki Okusa, and Yusuke Shiotsu. Car number 11, the drivers Hironobu Yasuda and Keishi Ishikawa, who drove number 10 last year. Kondo Racing, finishing second in the last year's series, has 2 drivers for this season, Kyoto Fujinami and Joao Paulo de Oliveira. The 2 have been teammates for 3 years. In GT300, other teams have also joined with GTR. Niels Racing, Run-Up, and a new team, Busso Drago Course. In total, 6 GTRs will race in the GT300 class. In STX class of Super Taikyo Series, MP Racing, Daishin Motorsports, and the new team, Helm Motorsports, will join. So 3 GTR GT3s will race. ST3, Okabe Jidosha Motorsport, and the new entrant, Team Fukushima, will compete in the series with two Fairlady Z NISMO RCs. Nissan and Nissan Automobile Technical College will continue with the Nissan Mechanic Challenge, which is a car racing-based talent development program. This year, the scope of the Nissan Mechanic College will be extended to include Super Taikyu series in addition to GT300, so that students of Nissan Automobile Technical College and technical staff at sales companies can gain more experiences. Next is Customer Racing Engine Supply Program. Nissan NISMO will provide engines to all the teams competing in LMP3 class series. LMP3 racing using prototypes holds races around the world, including Europe, North America, and Asia. In addition to the start of a new LMP3 class in IMSA WeatherTech series last year, another new series has been launched in Germany in this season. We will organize in Japan NISMO Driving Academy, which is a driving lesson program for the owners of NISMO road cars GTR and Z. Starting this year, Skyline 400R will be added into the program. The NISMO Driving Academy, which started in 2016, is headed by Mikhail Krum as the principal and staffed by NISMO drivers as the faculty. The programs are well received by the participants because they can get lessons directly from the racing drivers. It offers different programs from basic driving skill lessons and to time trial programs and lessons customized for each vehicle and engine type. This year's programs will be announced in mid-April on the NISMO website. Please check it and join. Lastly, about NISMO Festival. This year, we're willing to host the festival. Once it is decided, it will be announced accordingly. Please look forward to the good news. That's about all on this year's program. We live by the mantra. We race to win, never give up any time, and always aim high toward the victory. NISMO, Nissan Motorsports International Company, will be reborn as Nissan Motorsports and Customized Company after the merger with Otec Japan in April. The merger will enable us to reap benefits from the synergetic effects of the combined technologies and know-hows owned by each company and enhance the brand and business of each company on a more global scale. I sincerely ask for your continued support to our endeavors as we further promote NISMO brand and its motor programs. As we live through the negative impacts caused by COVID-19 pandemic, we remain committed to sharing with you the moments of excitement through car racing. We promise you in this season, we race to win in every run, in every category. Thank you very much.
CEO Mr. Katagiri, thank you very much. Now, as COO Mr. Gupta and CEO Mr. Katagiri have just mentioned, Nissan and NISMO will undertake the motorsports activities through Super GT and Formula E with utmost energy. Now, let us share a video message from Nissan E-Dam's team currently competing at ABB FIA Formula E World Championship Season 8.
Hello everyone, I'm Sebastian Buemi from the Nissan E-Dam's Formula E team, and I'm the driver of the 23 area. The objective is obviously to score points, do a good race, score as many points as we can, and if we can fight for a good podium, that would be great. I'm really happy to be with Nissan again. It's going to be our 4th season together. So we had some good season and a difficult one last year, so the objective is really to come back strong and score as many points as we can. I'm really happy to have Max as a new teammate. He's coming from a strong team with lots of knowledge, so hopefully that will enable us, to move up the grid. The atmosphere in the team is great. We want to fight back. We want to have a strong season. Everyone is very motivated. We have a good stability. Obviously, Max has joined the team, but the rest of the team is the same. So, we want to prove everyone that we can have a strong last season of the Gen 2 era. Hello everyone, thanks very much for all your support. We will start a new season now. We need again all your help to make sure we perform at our best, and we will do our very best to make sure we bring you nice trophies and good races.
Hello, my name is Maximilian Günther and I'm racing in Formula E for Nissan Idams in the number 22 Leaf. So my hopes for the season are obviously always to perform on the very best on each single race day, and this is my philosophy, to really always maximize what we have and to keep improving. For sure, I'm a sportsman and I always want to win, and I want to aim for great results and to score really a lot of points this season. So yeah, that's the motivation of us as a racing team. For me, it feels fantastic going into this new season with my new team. I've got great engineers, great mechanics around me. The whole team structure is something I really enjoy a lot. As well, I've got Seb as a very nice and experienced teammate, so we really enjoy this exchange and try to push ourselves to a new level. What I enjoy so much about us as a team is really the common mindset everybody is having. We all just really go in one direction. We want to search for improvements to really maximize our performance. It's a very dynamic, young team, and I enjoy it a lot. Hi to all the Nissan Motorsport fans. I have to say it's really great to feel all your support, no matter if on TV, on social media, or on the racetrack itself. And I'm wishing you all a really exciting new season of Formula E.
Hello everyone, my name is Tommaso Volpe. I'm the head of Formula E project for Nissan. My role is to take care that the car for the Nissan Idams team is well developed and the team is well run with all our race engineers and drivers. For Nissan, it's important to be in Formula E because it's a perfect platform to promote our expertise in electrification, but also is a way to improve our R&D and understanding of electrified powertrain in high-performance contests, which is something where Nissan has been a pioneer in investing before anyone else in the industry. Then please support our Formula E team also with the fan boost, giving an extra support to our drivers that they can use actually during the race to improve their performance.
What you've just seen was a message from Nissan Idams team. Formula E Season 8 has already started with 3 races being completed already. Nissan Idams team has started their activities with new members. In the 3rd race held in Mexico City the other day, both drivers got placed in the top 10 scoring. The next race will be held in Rome, Italy, between 9th and 10th of April. Please look forward to Idams team's race. Now, here at Nissan Global Headquarters Gallery, all the teams for this year's Super GT500 class have gathered for this event. We would like to introduce them to all the viewers. First is car number 3, Craft Sports Moto Z, Team Principal Jiro Shimada, Driver Katsumasa Chiyo, Driver Mitsunori Takaboshi. Next up, car number 12, called Sonic Impulse Z. Team Principal Kazuyoshi Hoshino, Driver Kazuki Hiramine, Driver Bertrand Baguette. Car 23 Motul Otec Z. Team Principal Takeshi Nakajima, Driver Tsugio Matsuda, and Driver Roni Quintarelli. And finally, Car 24 Realize Corporation Advance Z. Team Principal Masahiko Kondo, Driver Daiki Sasaki, and Driver Kohei Hirate. And Motohiro Matsumura, Executive Director for the Nissan.
Allow me to remove my face mask, and for those watching the live stream, hello. I will be the executive director of the Nissan, the teams, the Super GT teams. My name is Matsumura, and I'll be continuing this role from last year. Thank you very much for looking at this live stream fan event today. Well, to begin with, inclusive of 2021, for 14 years, GT500 activities were supported by all of your fans and all of the sponsors. And I want to take this opportunity to express my sincere appreciation to all the support that you have given us. Also, in 2022, we have the new Z that we will be introducing into the racing. So whether it be the machine and the teams, we have been enhancing the strength as teams. In fact, we have been working on strengthening the teams in that regard. So as part of these new initiatives, last year, all the teams were able to achieve podium finishes, and we were able to achieve such evolution. But what we're going to target is race to win. We want to focus on winning. And so in that regard, I look forward to your continued support towards 2022, and including all the audience and fans, and also all the sponsors. Well, given the COVID environment, it may be difficult for you to come and watch the races directly, but all the teams will work as one to work towards achieving the win. And so in that regard, I look forward to your continued support. Thank you.
Executive Director Matsumura, thank you very much. Now, on behalf of the drivers, let's have driver Tsugio Matsuda of Motul Otec Z23 to show the viewers his enthusiasm. Matsumura-san, over to you. Matsuda-san, over to you.
Those viewers on the web, good afternoon. My name is Matsuda, I'm driving car number 23. Thank you for joining us in this event today. Next to me, this new Z GT500. There is a coloring. If you take a look at that, I'm really so excited to race with this car. I'm so excited. 8 drivers of 4 teams. We are going to win the championship so that we can work together, and we will do our best. So with the new Z, which is going to be out on the market, I hope that you will be able to ride this new Z to come over to the racetrack to give us cheers. We would like to do our best together with all of us. Thank you very much.
Matsuda-san, thank you very much. That's all for introduction of Nissan's Team Sport Super GT GT500 class. Now, I just can't wait to see them racing in GT500 class with Nissan Z GT500 in this season of Super GT. The first race will start at Okayama International Circuit from 16th to 17th of April. I hope you will look forward to the race with Nissan Z GT500 and the new Nissan teams. Your support is greatly appreciated. This is it for the first part of the event. We will soon move on to the talk show on Super GT and Formula E by Nissan Super GT GT500 class team. Please wait for a moment as we need to set up our stage for the talk show. For now, please enjoy highlights from NISMO Super GT 2022 Nissan Z GT500 unveiling event held at the end of last year.
What a beautiful car. Now you know our little secret. This is the 2022 Nissan Z GT500. Z is back in the race, and we will start competing with this machine in the Super GT 2022 season.
この2台がですね、こういう具合で一つの画面に収まる、そして並走する、こんなシーンはもうこれが最後になると思います。これまでもですね、脈々とこの Z の歴史というのがつながっているんですが、スーパー GT の GT500 で再び Z の歴史というものがつながっていくことに2022年シーズンからはなるわけです。さあ、ということで
How did you like the clip? That was Nissan Z GT500 unveiling event held in Fuji Speedway on December 5, 2021. If you missed that event, please feel assured you can find the archive video on our YouTube account. Now, starting from now, we would like to commence the talk show together with the team members who will be participating in the newly structured GT500 class. And today, as the time is limited, we would like to focus on the new members of each team, as I expect that all the viewers must be very much interested. So please feel relaxed, please take off your mask, and please make sure that everyone can see your face. By the way, I would like to now invite over Shimada-san. Well, congratulations for Shimada-san, so you were being chosen as a new principal, and some of the fans may not be that much familiar at this moment. Therefore, I think it's a good opportunity. So, would you please briefly introduce yourself and tell us about your role?
My name is Shimada. Nice to meet you. I joined NISMO back in 1988. So what? That is 30 years or so I've been with NISMO. And initially I started with Group A. Then went to Super Touring, then GT300. And GT500 was from the year 2000 that I've been involved in. And I've been in and out since then. But the car, the 25, and more recently, he was part of Hoshino-san's team sitting next to me. In fact, I was a race engineer for the 8 years as the car 12, and so I've been with NISMO for many years, but I was only with car 23 for 1 year. So in that regard, I have somewhat of a unique the career so far. But I've always been with an engineer, and this is the first time as a principal, so I will study and do my utmost. Thank you.
So, Mr. Shimada, you are very well experienced. I'm so sure that you are going to be okay. And we have Takao-san. You raced with car 24 last season and was transferred to number 3. So you used to belong to NDPP Racing in the past for GT300 class. Is that somewhat like returning to where you belong to?
Right. NDDP Racing, yeah, you were talking about that. The things have completely changed today. So I don't feel like coming back to the old hometown. Rather, engineers, I know them well. So that is good for me. Therefore, it is not going to be building up the communication channel from scratch. So that means I will be able to deliver good results.
So I'm looking forward to you working together with Chio-san, and please make sure to lead the team.
Right. Coming back into NDDP and 3 years and a new car, and together with Takaboshi-san, we have been trained in NDDP. So I'm really looking forward to the race.
Well, Takaboshi-san and Chio-san, thank you very much. And let's move on to number 12, Kawasaki Imposi. Of course, Baguette-san joined the team from another manufacturer as a new member. Baguette-san, please tell us your impression on Team Impo and the Nissan family.
Well, I am super happy to be joining Nissan family. I felt a very warm welcome from everybody at Nissan and NISMO. I feel also very lucky to be able to drive the new Nissan Z this year. And to be racing for Team Impul is incredible for me to have Hoshino-san as a boss. He's a legend in Japan. And I feel, very lucky, very nice challenge for me, and really looking forward to it.
Thank you very much for that. And Mr. Hoshino, you were mentioned as a legend. And how do you feel about the season?
Right. When Bertrand came, he was running on Honda car, and I saw him very well. So working with Matsumura-san, when we invited him, there were some concerns, as a matter of fact, but SG curve, acceleration work and handling work demonstrated by Bertrand. About 2 or 3 laps, he was such a successful driver. We understood that. In the long run, there is less burden on the tires, and I really like his driving style. Hiramine-san, he is going to be his teammate, and this year, in this season, I truly hope that we are really excited. All the team members are so excited. So in this season as well, we would like to grab the championship, but at the same time, someone is going to win. I hope that someone will be able to win that title. But we will be able to lead the fight together with the team members. We will do our best.
I understood, and I am sure that we can look forward to that. And Team Principal Hoshino, thank you very much. Next up is number 23, Moto Otek-Z. For number 23, Nakajima-san, who served as chief engineer last year, became team principal. Team Principal Nakajima, please introduce yourself briefly and tell us about your history as well.
I am the team principal. My name is Takeshi Nakajima. Thank you. In 1991, as a mechanic, I joined NISMO. Starting from Group C car, Group A, and I had some experiences in those classes, in Super Touring and the JGTC, and after that, Super GT. So these are the experiences spanning different categories. In 2008, I switched to engineer, and then Hasumi-san, Hoshini-san, as a data engineer. I was trained in those teams. In 2011 at the Mola team as a race engineer. I made a debut. And 2011 and 12, we won the championship. And in 2013, Class 1 vehicle development, and I was involved as an engineer. And starting from 2014, I'm working as a NISMO engineer.
Well, you are very well experienced. I can tell that. And Moni-san, by the way, everything is going to be okay, right?
知りたくてしょうがないです。はい。
はい、今年もじゃあ9年
Very much looking forward to the drive.
素晴らしい
So I'm more than looking forward to the excellent performance. Let us introduce you to number 24 Realize Corporation Advance Z. Hirate-san, who raced with the car number 3 last year, was transferred to car 24. Hirate-san, well, you were transferred to 24. What's your impression?
Well, this season, whether it be the car or the team or the tires, has significant change. So the environment around me has changed significantly this year. And until now, I've been testing twice. And the team has welcomed me very warmly. And the Sasaki-san has a lot of experience driving with Yokohama tires. And so I am actually learning little by little each test. And trying to make everything my own. I'm still halfway through that effort, but there are many things that I've got to learn, and particularly the tire. Until last year, I've been driving with a Michelin tire in the races. From this season, I need to work on development together with the Yokohama tire to make sure that we're able to achieve the first win for car number 24.
According to what I heard, it's your first time working together with a younger partner.
Well, last year, Chino-san was my teammate. He was the same age, but this is the first time I'm actually partnering with someone younger than me. So, in that regard, and this is the first time as my GT career.
Daiki-san, what about you?
Well, I'm sorry about that. Hirate-san, and when I was winning the race, I was being tried by Hirate-san. So I hope that you will be able to keep that in time.
まあでもね、今も
So anyhow, listening to their stories, we can feel the good chemistry between the two. And Mr. Kondo, so now we can see the good chemistry between them.
Yes, great. Because all the races are no change in drivers. But Hirate-san was with the manufacturer and went to 300 once and now back to Nissan, and he's driving for 500 class. And he's very motivated, though he looks very gentle in his face. And Sasaki-san and the Hirate-san, they look very gentle as far as their facial expression is concerned. But if they were looking like Hoshino-san, looking more stern, would make them stronger racers. But new pairs will certainly do utmost and look forward to your support. And for Daiki-san, he's having different partner almost every year, and so maybe because he's but the characteristics is not good. That is what he's saying, but that's not the case. But with the new teams, we'll do utmost. So please give us support for car number 24. Thank you, Kondo-san.
Well, Kondo-san, thank you very much. So we focus on to these new members of the team in 2022. And starting from now, we would like to ask Executive Director Matsumura to give us a comment on a Nissan Z GT500 that has just returned from this season. Matsumura-san, so finally we have this car with a new color. I am very much excited, just like Matsuda-san. And we have this new 23 with a new color applied, and we can see the Z logo the proud logo, and we have this new design being introduced. And at the same time, of course, later on, we are going to have the viewers have a close look at them. So how's the development, including shakedown and testing?
Right. When it comes to development, it is still ongoing, as a matter of fact. So we have a lot of tactics, so I can't disclose them all. But the point here is that GT is a sport car and has a body work like that. So that is going to be fully utilized. Aerodynamics is going to be dynamically changed or kept. And that's how we are going to focus our effort on development.
Well, maybe I shouldn't talk too much about it, but to further enhance the GTR, that can be understood that way, right?
When it comes to GTR, we did a lot of research. We accumulated a lot of data as a result. So the advantage is going to be fully utilized going forward. And then it is going to be introduced into the new, combined with the new technologies of Z. So all those 4 teams will be able to continue the test. So I hope that you can place a lot of expectation on us.
So anyhow, we shouldn't talk too much, and I'm sure that it's a bit difficult for you to talk about it. But anyhow, Matsumoto-san has just gave us a comment on Nissan Z GT500, and we cannot just move on without mentioning about her unique design. It's a sports car-like design. That's the kind of impression that everyone would have. And this new Fair Lady Z has been announced, and based on it's being used as a basis. And actually, I heard that Matsuda-san, who also has his own Z, I think it's a good opportunity to ask Mr. Matsuda-san to put on the mask and move closer to car number 23 and give us the comments. Actually, he has his the wireless camera, his secret too, and actually, I'm sure that you like very much about the vehicle. Therefore, would you please give us an introduction and description about the vehicle? Let's get started with the front.
Hi.
So let's start with the front, the eyes, the headlight. Headlight stands out, doesn't it? And you have the light shining both above and below. And F30, when we attach this light, and what you can see is also introduced into the mass production vehicles as well. But this is something that really stands out.
Well, back in we are born in 1970s, and as the 330 from back then, that DNA is there.
Yes, from the bonnet way it kind of stands out. It's like a F30 in a sense. And also if you look at the side, and the sponsor logo and is looking really stylish here. But if you look at the roof, and you have this silver sword, like a katana sword, into the Z mark with the coloring. And this is also cool, isn't it?
At the time of unveiling event, there was a very simple logo of the Z, but it's now different. It has a different silhouette. And not only that, it has this image of the Japanese sword, which is also introduced to the vehicle being sold in the market. It has a consistent design. So I think that makes this vehicle design stand out.
Yeah, you're right. And someone who developed Z was saying this, it looks really great from the rear.
Can we get close to the rear side?
And this light, the rear lamp, doesn't this look cool? And when this lights up, it looks really nice. And so it's not going to, light up today, but when you look at it light up, it's really good.
Well, in the US, 32 is quite popular, and it reminds us of the lamp there.
Well, what I like very much is this angle. Looks cool from this angle, and that, don't you think? This Z mark, and from here. And GTR had the circular tail that was quite unique, but the Z have unique tail lamp as well. So please come to the circuit and watch the car being driven.
So, the Matsuda-san, please make sure to show the peers the rear side of the vehicle.
Of course, of course. There will be no tire, the dust on the front curb. I'll always be driving at the front.
なかなか止まり
I see. He wouldn't be able to stop. But anyhow, Matsuda-san, thank you very much indeed. We'd like you to tell us about the features on the design. What's your impression on this design, which is shared with the new Z? What's your impression?
Well, GT500 is based on scaling. So the base body is extended to a certain extent, and basically the same form should be kept. And based on that rule, sideline of the Z and nose area somewhat extended, and that kind of a distinctiveness is going to be fully utilized.
でもですね
Well, until now, from the time of the S30 and also the Z30 as well. So many motorsports, many fans will be able to feel the affinity with this new ZT 500, and I'm sure that this design will be accepted soon, and the excellent DNA has been succeeded, and because of that I'm very much excited that the time was limited, but with this we would like to conclude the talk show on the Super GT. Well, would everyone please stand up? Before we close the event, we would like to have team principals to show the viewers their enthusiasm. Let's get started with car number 3. Shimada-san, over to you.
Well, like the Takao-san said before, engineer and staff are completely new, except for one driver. So we want to go back to when we started racing in terms of mindset is concerned, and I look forward to your continued support.
We look forward to that. And next, number 12, Hoshino-san, over to you.
This is Hoshino again. Suzuka and Moteki. We did the test runs, and there was an intensive development of tires, and compared to GTR, drag is less and better running on the straight lines. So low speed cornering, I think the controllability is good. So I think the two drivers in each team, they are in good shape, and I hope that you will be able to compete with each other when you are on the wheels, and the staff will be behind all the team drivers, and we will win the title.
Thank you very much. Next is 23, Nakajima-san.
And under the executive director Matsumura-san, and with the support from Kondo-san and the Hoshino-san, we will do our utmost so that we are able to obtain the championship with car number 23 in the end. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And next is 24, Kondo-san, over to you.
Together with Yokohama Tires, we are going to compete in this race series. And I have heard that the good story about the car as well as the tires. And with those 4 teams of Nissan, we are going to compete against each other to win the title, and I hope that number 24 will be able to win the title.
Thank you very much. Team principals have just shared with us team's enthusiasm. I'd like to thank all the principals and drivers. We are looking forward to seeing your success. So how was it, everyone? I am sure that you wanted to hear a lot more from them, but unfortunately, actually, we won't be able to do that. The time is limited, and we have all the viewers from all over the world, and the comments from the team members and enthusiasm can be communicated to you through a variety of media. Please look forward to it. And in this season, these 4 teams, I just can't wait to see the Z with the color ring of the 4 teams running in the circuit. I hope you will look forward to it just like I do as well. Now, So as we have been mentioning, we all have this event to be held in the two pillars. So we need to talk about the Formula E as well. I hope that we would be able to utilize this opportunity to learn a lot more about the Formula E together with the drivers. For that sake, we have this event. So let us move on to the topic about the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship. We would like to have a conversation with the Super GT drivers about attractions of the Formula E with the which Nissan participates and how we should enjoy the race. And if I may, let me briefly explain an overview on Formula E. Formula E. E stands for, of course, electronics. Formula E, also known as ABB FIA Formula E World Championship, is an innovative racing event for 100% electronic Formula cars. And it has become the World Championship of FIA since 2020. And this race is being held in the middle of the town. Starting from 2020, this has been lifted up to become the World Championship of the FIA, and automotive manufacturers of the world are engaged in heated race throughout the world. This year marks the 8th season on Formula E World Championship with 16 rounds, which is a record high number. And the final, the race is going to be held in Seoul according to the timeline. So from here on, we would like to proceed with Takao-san, who also has experience working as team test driver and reserve driver. We would also like to invite over Matsuda-san, who was involved in development of Nissan Leaf NISMO RC, the mother of EV racing cars, and Chiyo-san, who is also featured on Formula E programs and events. Takao-san, Matsuda-san, Chiyo-san, thank you very much for being.
Thank you.
フォーミュラ E のレースの特徴
So, one unique thing about the Formula E race is that there's no exhaust gas and it's quiet, as is race of EVs, which is quite different from the conventional motorsports. Takao-san, you have experience of participating in the rookie test before. What was it like to drive inside a city with Formula E?
Well, 3 times in the past, I went to Marrakesh in Morocco as the rookie testing, and driving on the street. And this is quite different from the driving in the circuit where we drive with the Super GT, so the walls are very close. And despite the fact that we are driving very close to the walls, the roads are quite dirty with sand and so forth, because that is where the cars are driven on a daily basis. And so in that kind of situation where the road face is not clean and you're driving very close to the walls in the city streets, and with electric, with significant power and torque, they're driving the car, so it's a different sensation.
Honestly speaking, the soundless engine, how does it feel like as a driver?
Well, I am used to the engine revving sound, so it feels very different. No idling sound, because unless you press on the accelerator, you don't get the sound. So it's a very strange feeling.
I see. It's not that the sound is totally quiet.
Well, when you press on the accelerator, you can hear the motor turning. Wing.
Well, that sounds fresh, very futuristic. I would love to see the race close by, really. And so, Takao-san has just explained the features of the Formula E. And now we would like to ask all the viewers to take a pop quiz, which enables you to learn about the attractiveness of Formula E in a fun way. The drivers will join the quiz too. I hope that all the viewers will think together and engage in the quiz. So now, with no further ado, let's get started with the first question. First question is on acceleration of the Formula E cars. How many seconds does the current Formula E car take to go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour? Let me repeat. How many seconds does the current Formula E car take to go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour?
止まった状態から
So from 0, Takaboshi-san mentioned that there is no idling and you would have to push the pedal. How many seconds does it take for the vehicles to reach 100 kilometers per hour? Shio-san seems to be thinking a lot, and Shio-san, you were the last person. Has everyone completed? So I am going to call up, and please make sure to show us your answer at the same time, please. Takaboshi-san, you say 2 seconds. I see. What about Matsuda? 2 seconds. Well, I had the decimals points as well. What about Shio-san? Oh, 2.7 seconds.
That's GTR.
感謝だよね。僕スーパー
I think not as fast as that.
I see. So what about the two the senpai? Matsuda-san, 2 seconds. Takaboshi-san, you say 2 seconds. You have an experience. So now let's take a look at the answer as you are all waiting for it. So let's take a look and see whether anyone got the right answer. We would like to ask Nissan Idam's driver, who is currently on the other side of the ocean, to tell us the right answer.
The current Formula E car takes around 2.8 seconds to accelerate from 0 to 100. And what feels so special for us is really the instant torque that we have from the powertrain, especially on the tight street circuits. We have this acceleration many times out of slow hairpins, 90-degree corners. So yeah, it's really a lot of fun to drive these cars.
So that was very short, and it was Shio-san who got the closest answer. 20.7 was the closest to 2.8 seconds. Congratulations.
めっちゃ速いですよねこれ。
So this is really fast. Acceleration from 0. The power is flat in the case of electric vehicle, so there is a grip by the tires. I think 2.7 seconds. I think there is no difference from the GTR NISMO.
馬力ですか？馬力以上あります。
So 600 for Nissan, the GT NISMO.
And Gen 1 and JT, you have both experience, Takaboshi-san. And how does it feel like?
Well, as far as my experience is concerned, as soon as you press on the acceleration, you get the torque immediately. I thought it was even faster than this.
I see. That's the reason why you said 2 seconds.
So when I was driving F3 Formula cars, it was 2.5 or 2.6 seconds back then. So I felt that it was faster based on my experience.
Well, I see. But this acceleration field for the EV, for the development of the RC NISMO. So there is something unique about it. Once you feel it.
本当にシート。
Right, you feel that you are pushed into the back seat. The gear is going to be used in the engine, but in the case of EV, the one gear will suffice. So there's a different fun compared to the engines.
Formula E and EV and its high torque and also high acceleration of the motor. I'm just excited. So let's move on to the second question, if I may. So this one's about Fan Boost, a special system introduced to Formula E. In Formula E race, rule is the drivers must drive in 220 kilowatt, equivalent to around 300 horsepower. But there is a special system called Fan Boost where drivers can get additional boost in output in the second half of the race based on fans' boost. Now the question is, for how many seconds can drivers use the additional power gained by the Fan Boost? So it's your time for drivers to write down your answers. This is your thinking time. The Fan Boost. Well, when this was being created by the Formula E, I was very much surprised to see it because I was not familiar. But actually in the Fan Boost, people can access a dedicated site or type in hashtag Fan Boost together with driver of their choice. And then everyone around the world would be able to make a vote, and that would provide the drivers with the power. It utilizes SNS. And this is a race that enables the new tools. So in that sense, it's a new approach. Well, everyone has finished up. That was already. Actually, I talked too much. So anyhow, would you please show us your answer at the same time, please? So let's take a look at the answer. Takaboshi-san says 5 seconds. That was quite simple answer. What about Matsuda-san? 90 seconds? Well, that's long. That's a lot. And Chiyo-san says 30 seconds. So tell us about it. Chiyo-san, over to you.
Well, if you had about 30 seconds, that's quite nice because it takes about 30 seconds to drive through the straight and Fuji Raceway. So 30 seconds would be grateful if I was driving in my GT race. Matsuda-san?
Matsuda-san,
I think instead of fun boost, overtake system. Well, in the case of Formula E, overtake mode.
the power goes up to activation.
Activation and fun boost. It was confusing. About 90 seconds for that element. Overtake one.
Takaboshi-san, you say 5 seconds. Tell us about it.
Yes, I wanted to get the right answer. And if my memory serves me correct, I think it was 5 seconds. And even when I test the car, and I think that was what we were discussing, I think.
Well, so you are the one who has the experience. So let's check if someone got the right answer. Let us once again have Nissan EDAM's drivers give us the answer. Let's watch the video.
So in Formula E, we have another feature which is called the fan boost. The fan boost is an extra power that the top 5 driver that receive the most votes from the fan will get in the second half of the race. So you get an extra power for around 5 seconds, which is basically a big help for overtaking or just to create a gap or to make sure nobody overtakes you. And clearly this is a nice feature because the fans have an impact on the race results at the end.
So the answer was 5 seconds. Takaboshi-san, congratulations goes to you. So you were at it.
Thank you. And the attack mode or fan boost, that is kind of an attack mode because you're driving with max power, and 240 or 250 kilowatt that is what you get. So you end up, when you use this a lot, you end up using a lot of electricity, and so I knew that it was very short.
I see. You only have the limited battery. You won't be able to use it for a long time as well. So Matsuda-san, listening to it, so the plan gets to make a vote on SNS, you get the boost. This is very unique to Formula E. It's very exciting.
Right. I see those scenes. And the local drivers, and as well as fans, they vote, and the drivers can use them. And the fan boost can be used for the top driver. It is really a nice thing. I hope this can be done in GT race as well.
Okay, let's make a request to everyone at the GT and Chiyo-san. So in the live broadcast, you also hear the message like the fan boost is coming up. So the ranking of the fan boost is quite interesting to see.
Yes, when you look at Twitters and SNS, athletes they want fan boost, and so they'll try to send out message more to get that fan. And so you can see the Formula drivers, sending in their message, and in terms of number of followers, the Gyosan is more. And so if it is based on the fans, the car 23 will overtake me.
I think double fan boost is a good idea.
So anyhow, people over the world gets united through the SNS, Nissan EDAMs. The drivers can be supported by them. This, I think, it shows how at the leading edge the race is. And I really do hope that those who are watching this video will provide us with the support, because with your votes you would be able to support the Nissan EDAMs, the teams. I really do hope that you would support the teams through Fan Boost. That was very short, but with this we would like to close the Formula E with Super GT drivers. Thank you very much for staying with us. So now, there is actually a Formula E simulator which you can experience driving of the Formula E's EV. This is available inside Nissan Crossing located in the Ginza Yonchome area. Just like the real Formula E race held in the middle of cities, you get to feel the excitement in the center of Ginza. We will welcome you there at the Nissan Crossing. Please look at the details on the Nissan Crossing website. Next Formula E race will be held in Rome, Italy from 9th to 10th of April. The season will continue until the race being held in Seoul, South Korea in August. We'll look forward to your strong support and fan boost. Everyone, that concludes the Nissan Motorsports Plan event for 2022. We would like to thank all the viewers for staying with us until the end. The Nissan Global Headquarters Gallery will be open to the public from 15:00 today. Nissan Z GT500 right next to me, and Nissan Formula E and S30 Fairlady 240 ZG and new Fairlady Z are displayed exclusively for today only. We would like to welcome you to the Nissan Global Headquarters Gallery. Nissan Motorsports will pay utmost effort to be the champion in the current season as well. Your strong support is very much appreciated. Thank you very much for joining us today.